Hi everybody, Happy New Year, Happy 2023. I hope you all are doing well. As you can see by the title of today's video, we are talking about 5 very common audition mistakes. And I know audition season is coming up. I remember it well, so I want to help you guys out as much as I can, and I have an offer for you as well. So I'm super excited, so stay tuned about that. So let's dive right into this. The first audition mistake is across the board, from in-person auditions to video auditions to every audition you can possibly do. Not following directions. Sounds really simple, but you'd be amazed at the amount of people who show up at the wrong time with not the right papers, with not the right shoes. Oh, I didn't know I needed this. Or for video auditions, I didn't know I was supposed to film this, or you filmed too much, or it's across the board a big issue. So make sure you follow your instructions to the letter. In person, not in person, doesn't matter. Because first of all, it's going to show them you are somebody who can follow directions, but also you're somebody who they can easily work with. Whether you're auditioning for a job or a school or whatnot, they want people who are going to be good employees, good students. If you show up to the audition, haven't followed instructions, don't know what you're doing, I thought that, they're automatically going to have a bad taste in their mouth. Video auditions, same thing. If you don't follow and film what they've asked for, if you've done too much, big problem, or too little, they're automatically going to have this sort of feeling about you like, they're going to be a problem. And you don't want to be a problem. You want to be somebody that they want to train, they want to work with. Which brings me to what I want to tell you guys about in terms of video auditions. I have a brand spanking new video audition course where I take you through every single thing I can possibly think of for help with your video auditions. Video auditions are becoming a very, very big thing now. I think after COVID, people have realized that it's a very doable thing. Instead of having to travel everywhere, people are accepting more and more video auditions. And it can be so stressful to know what to do, how to film, all of the things. I hear so many people say, I just don't know what to film, and how do I stand, and where does the music go, and where does the camera go, and how do I edit it, and what do I include, what do I not include? It can be such a huge stress. And if you are feeling like that, if this is super overwhelming for you, if you're sitting here going, yes, help me, I have a brand new audition course for you that I have filmed. It is ready to go. It is in the box below. I take you through everything. I take you through how to follow instructions, how to set it up, how to edit. I even give you sample combinations. We literally go through an entire mock video audition. I take you through the entire process, from looking at the sheet of what they need to clicking send. So if you are interested in that, I've included it in the box below. I really, really hope it helps you, because so many dancers have unnecessary stress this time of year. So go check it out. So audition mistake number 2. This is for an in-person audition. Not giving yourself enough time. Over budget. Over budget for time, right? What if you are driving to this place and you can't find it? If the entrance is around the back, like if you're auditioning here, our entrance is around the back, you would not believe how many people try and come through this door. Takes extra time to find the entrance. Give yourself ample time for an audition, because you're already going to be stressed. You're already going to be like, you know what I mean? You are hopeful. It's pressure situation. Over budget for time. Because it's so much better to be sitting there, having extra time to stretch, having extra time to roll your feet out, than being panicked, going in cold, that's the worst, and being like a basket case, right? Over budget for time. Because you never know. Things happen. Life happens. You might get there and be, hundredth in line. What happens if you think you have enough time? Oh, I'll be fine, and there's 100 people registering in front of you. Then even though you're there on time, you still have to register. You might not have enough time to warm up, and it's going to throw you off your game. It is so much better to be there with ample time than not enough. If you're flying in somewhere, if at all possible, give yourself a buffer time with flying too. Get up early to have that extra window. Because what if the flight's delayed? What if your baggage gets lost? Do you know what I mean? Give yourself more time than you think. Audition mistake number 3, something I have said in past videos about auditions. I feel like a broken record, but here we are. Not looking clean. Not hair like this, right? This is me having a third hair day, haven't washed it, right? You want clean hair, nice bun or French twist for the ladies. Gentlemen, make sure your hair is gonna stay in place and not get in your face. Make sure your tights aren't ripped. Bring an extra pair of tights. What if you snag one on a nail? Make sure your leotard is clean. Do you know what I mean? Presentable. This kind of goes back to the first tip if you don't follow instructions. If you don't look clean and you don't look professional and put together, that automatically puts a taste in their mouth of, well, they don't look like they care very much. Ugh, they're gonna be an issue. You want to present yourself in the best possible light, and that honestly means like clean, clean, clean. Makeup to accentuate your features, not stage makeup. You wanna look like you. Put a little effort into your face. Make sure you have clean nails, like I'm telling you. Presentable and clean is automatically going to put you in a good light with them. If somebody shows up messy and out of place, and they're just automatically going to be annoyed or frustrated with that person, and it's not going to go well, okay? Clean, 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 presentable. No holy tights, no holy leotards, shoes in good order. Shoes don't have to be clean, obviously, ladies. I would not wear New Point shoes. But you know what I mean? Presentable. Now, of course, the ironic thing is when you get in a company, most professionals wear like ripped tights and tights with a leotard and 84 million layers and you look homeless. But for an audition, you don't want to look like that. Okay, audition mistake number 4. This is for video auditions, and this is something I help you with in the video audition course. Not taking the time to set up your space properly when doing a video audition. Don't just throw the camera up and go, right? Because what if you cut your feet off? What if you haven't mapped out your angle and suddenly you're out of frame? And then you get home and you look at your footage and half the video, you're not in the video. Do you know what I mean? Take the time to set up your space properly. I show you exactly how to do it in the video audition course. This kind of ties in with tip number 2. I'm going to bring tip number 2 back in. Give yourself ample time. It's the same thing for a video audition. I will tell you, when I film bars now for YouTube, just a bar, I've got it down to a science. I know my system. I know where everything goes. I know how I do the music. It still takes me an hour and a half to do a bar. And this is somebody who's been doing it for 8 years. So give yourself time and take the time to set up everything properly. Your camera, your angles, know your lighting. Again, we talk about all of this, and I make it super painless and simple in the video audition course. But take the time, right? It takes longer to rush. Have you ever heard that saying? It takes longer to rush. If you rush through it, you get home, it's terrible, you gotta redo it. Takes twice the time, takes so much longer than if you had just taken the time in the first place. Set it up properly, make sure everything is good, have a parent help you, have a friend help you. It's always good to have a second pair of eyes. Take the time and do it right the first time. Take the time and set it up properly, and you're gonna get so much better of a result, especially with a video audition, because those can get really, really tricky, right? We wanna show you as you in your best possible light. And again, it's that sort of professional look. It's sort of like tip number 3. Look at us tying all these together. Tip number 3 is look professional, right? If you don't look professional in your video, they're gonna be like, nah, and they're not even gonna watch it. At least in person, you still get to take the class in front of them and can change their mind. But if they get your video and it's like not good, you're not in frame, you look like a mess, you look like you threw it together, exit, and they haven't even watched you dance. First impressions are everything, you guys, whether it's in person or on a video, right? So take the time and do it properly. The final tip for auditions, and this is something that I don't know if I've ever really talked to you guys about. The biggest mistake dancers make with auditions is putting all of your eggs in one basket. If you are bothering to audition, if you are bothering to do a video audition, you want to give yourself as many options as possible, especially if it's a video. You film it once, you send it to 84 people, right? Do not put all your eggs in one basket. I want to get in Houston Ballet. I'm only going to do the Houston audition, What if they like you but they're full? What if they like you but they need a short person instead of a tall person? Or what if you're a student, you want to go to that summer course and they have no dorm space left? Right? Don't put your eggs all in one basket. I see it happen all the time. As kids say, I'm only going to do this and this audition. Why? Give yourself options. You can improve anywhere if you go in with the right mindset. You don't need to be at some big ABC, ABT, school, right? Give yourself options. Do as many as you can, which is why videos are so good now, because you do it, you send it. You can send the same video to 20 different schools, right? So give yourself the option, okay? Don't put it all in a basket. It's kind of a thing we fell into at SAB. A lot of the times it's like city ballet or bus, city ballet or bus, city ballet or bus, and then they only take however many people, and everybody else is like, do you know what I mean? Give yourself options, whether you're auditioning for schools or companies. Do as many as you possibly can. And I know it's not feasible for everybody to travel to 84 million places to do auditions. So consider doing the videos. You can, like, it's a thing now. Back in my day, it was not a thing. It's a thing now. They have a way to audition by video. And especially with companies too, dancers, like you'll have to include a variation. Well, if you did one in your last performance, include that. Do you know what I mean? There's ways to go about making video auditions easy. So give yourself options, because you never know. They might love you, but have no space. I tell this story a lot. When I was in the company, I went home, I was already in New York City Ballet, and they were doing the SAB audition at my school, Mobile Ballet, where I grew up. And I would say it was early February. It was like February 8th, 9th, 10th, something like that. And Susie Pilar was there. So she's one of my teachers at SAB. So I saw her, we gave her a hug. She's like, come in and watch. So I watched the audition. And beforehand, she comes over to me and she goes, I actually don't know why I'm here, because we're already full. They're already full. And she said, unless there is a superstar in this room, I literally cannot take anyone, but we are still obligated to do the auditions for the wait list. So it didn't matter if she loved somebody in that room, there is no spots. So you have to give yourself options. What if those poor kids had only done the SAB audition, hoping for SAB, and then there's no spots? Then what do you do? Right? So give yourself options. Which brings me to another point. The registration for my summer intensive is now open. I am doing a 2-week pre-pro summer intensive, ages 10 to 19. No audition required. In the box below too, as well as an adult summer intensive. You can either do 1 or 2 weeks of that. That's in the box below. Auditions not required. So if you want to come dance with me for 2 weeks in beautiful Southern California and not worry about an audition, sign up below. I'm super excited. Cannot wait. It's going to be so awesome. I'll give you guys more details the closer we get, but spots are already filling up, so make sure you look at that. But relax, you guys. You've got this. If you just avoid these 5 common problems, you're going to be fine, okay? And like I said, I take you through every single step. You don't have to worry about a thing in that audition course, which I have linked in the box below. So I hope this was helpful. We'll do more of these audition-based videos in the future, because I know it helps you guys out a lot. If you missed the latest quick bar, it's right there. You can click to watch. Love you guys so very much, and I'll see you next time.